Has anybody noticed that there have been quite a bit of rumors going around within the Roblox community, basically talking about how maybe Roblox might be stopping soon or shutting down or anything like that, and I've heard this quite a bit for some reason, and I don't really know why. But within light of this topic, I thought that I would make a video. This video is going to be 10 signs that Roblox is ending. Now, I'm mostly just going to talk about things as to why Roblox might end in the future or the coming near future, or just stuff like that. I'm not saying that Roblox is 100% going to end at any point. I'm not saying anything. This is all just, speculation, and it's all just me ranting and talking. Number 1, Roblox Premium. So Roblox Premium obviously costs quite a bit of money to have, so the prices are already high, and parents may not be willing to pay those prices. Roblox has already changed the service by getting rid of Builders Club, which was cheaper. And then they upped the prices of Premium. And, they'll probably do it again. I'm not saying anytime soon, but they completely got rid of Builders Club, which, like I said before, was cheaper than Roblox Premium. And I feel like not a lot of people picked up on that. I feel like some people kind of swept it under the rug. The fact that Builders Club was a lot cheaper than Premium was. And I wasn't even around when Builders Club was a thing. I really didn't look into Builders Club when it was around, but I have seen, price, comparisons and stuff like that. And Roblox Premium is definitely way more expensive, and it's kind of just another way to get as much money out of the brand and franchise as possible. Number 2, toxic community. I've talked about this in the past, and with the community within it, the toxic minority of people unfortunately always scream the loudest, and Roblox tries its best to keep up with that type of moderation, and they try to keep that type of behavior out of the game, but the moderation team isn't really the best. Sure, people may get, banned every now and then, and they may get a punishment dealt out to them when it's really deserved, but the moderation team really isn't banning or taking care of a lot of things that may be important within the game. They really just don't care about the community. At least I don't think they do. I feel like they more so care about the money side of things. Number 3, Robux. It's not a surprise that, this is on the list. Obviously, it's a problem that Roblox is even a thing with all the online bullying that happens because some people just can't afford Robux. And Roblox really just doesn't seem to do anything about that issue, about the bullying issue, but also the cost of Roblox might get higher. Like I said before, they overhauled the Builders Club, so they'll probably do it with Robux as well sooner or later. At this point, Robux is, it costs quite a bit of money. I feel like the lowest price that you can pay is maybe $4.99 for very low amount of Robux that you can't really do much within the game other than buy maybe one cosmetic. And that is a lot of money to be spending on a virtual game that really doesn't do anything. Number 4, YouTubers. Now, eventually the fad of Roblox will fade out one day, and other games may gain popularity. Eventually all YouTubers are going to need to go on to other content to record, and, it probably won't be Roblox in the future. Just how Minecraft faded out of popularity is now fading back into popularity. It'll happen with Roblox. It's just the natural nature of games. I can name off so many great games that the younger generation probably won't even know just because it's not a trend anymore, just because it's not popularized anymore. And YouTubers will always follow the trends, as that is how they stay afloat, and that's how they stay relevant within the gaming community or even within the Roblox community. Whatever the big trend in Roblox is, they follow it and they make videos on it. When Roblox is no longer a popular game, such as many people liked to deem Minecraft as an unpopular game, until recently, Roblox will lose its popularity with time, and YouTubers will eventually leave as well, trying to find other games or topics to keep their channels going. Number 5, player base. This kind of follows with the same idea as my last point, but the players don't really make content. What will happen here, I believe, is that once Roblox loses popularity, most of its players will find other better games that interest them more. This can also be said for kids who are growing up and out of the game who might want something a little bit more mature for themselves. And also, kids do follow the trends of what the next big game will be, so it's also kind of just a thing with trends, whether or not Roblox can stay afloat for so long to keep making trends and to keep making memes and to keep staying within relevancy. Number 5, repetitive games. As most of you know, there are a ton of clone games on Roblox. There's just so much of the same thing over and over again, and it makes it really hard to try and find good games that are actually worth playing. This could be a reason why Roblox will die out or at least lose popularity, because there is no diversity in games. It's the same obby games over and over and over again. It's the same premise. You escape one thing to get to point A to point B. Number 6, chat filter. I've talked about the chat filter time and time again. It's just broken. Like, I can barely type a normal sentence without getting a word or a whole sentence blocked from the chat with, and the sentence doesn't even have to have any swears or inappropriate terms or themes. It's just very hard to have a normal conversation when trying to tiptoe around a very broken chat filter. Like, the letter A has gotten filtered out. The letter A, that is one of the most common letters or words that you could possibly use within the human language or within the English language. Like, it's just a very common thing, and the fact that the letter A can be blocked out is literally astounding. Communication with any type of online game is key. If people can't chat with their friends online through the game, then is the game even worth playing? Number 7, online daters. Now, this has been a problem within the Roblox community for so long, but I'm not sure anyone has brought up this point that I'm about to bring up. Roblox has been trying to keep online dating out of their game. This is a known thing, everybody knows this. But the thing is, every game has this issue, not just Roblox. And I don't really think there is a way of completely stopping it unless Roblox themselves take extra precautions. Like, there are things that you can do to prevent online dating within a game, but eventually it's just gonna happen, and people are gonna find a way to do it. Every game I have ever played online has had this exact issue. People meeting online and then dating through the game. Now with Roblox, it's a much bigger issue because these are kids who don't really know the signs of what an online predator is like. And I feel like a way to help kids differentiate, a person who's actually trying to talk to them and a person who is, an online predator is for their parents to kind of step in here and teach them what the signs are. And once again, this is kind of on the side of the parents, where they should take more responsibility over what their kids are doing online. And that's just another huge topic that I really am not going to get on about, because I could go on a hour-long tangent just about that. Number 8, bullying. I have touched on this a little earlier, and there is a deeper conversation here to have. Bullying is something that unfortunately everyone has gone through, and if you're saying, oh, it's never happened to me, that's probably because you're the one doing the bullying. So just wait, it'll come. Bullying can stem from being harassed relentlessly to just a couple rude comments every now and then. Like, bullying can be so little to where you may not even notice it. Like, your friend Tiffany may say one rude comment to you every day. That is bullying, because it is something that is happening over and over and over again to you, but you may just not register it. But on Roblox, it seems that most of the bullying stems from money, and it comes from the talk about money, whether or not someone has Robux within the game. You know what I mean? Some people really cannot afford to buy their kids hundreds upon hundreds of dollars worth of Robux, and all while the Roblox team laughs off the reports of the bullying and chalks it up to kids are just being kids, and takes none of it seriously. Because kids online can be mean. Like, I've said this before, young kids that are literally playing the game do not lack or do not have the empathy to empathize with someone for not having enough money to afford something within a video game. These kids don't really know that that's like a thing that other people really struggle with, like money problems. Some kids may be able to pick up on it early on, but others really don't. Number 9, low views. Now, this can mostly tie into YouTubers. The topic that we talked about earlier. I've noticed that Roblox videos aren't doing as well as they once did, probably due to the popularity dropping due to other games rising up in popularity. But nevertheless, this isn't good for the game. The less views that a Roblox video gets is less exposure for the game, and also less incentive for the YouTuber to return to the game and record it again. Low views can also mean demotivation, which means the YouTuber will have less drive to record and post anything. Now, number 10, the last and final one, guys. The last reason as to why Roblox might be ending is other better online games. Now, it's no secret that there are probably better games out there that aren't Roblox, either due to the sheer content of the game, how much content is in the game, how many things can happen within the game, etc., 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 or just the graphics. Because at a first glance at Roblox, it really isn't an enticing game to play. There really isn't a lot that draws me into wanting to play the game. And for me, graphics is a big thing, and I know for a lot of other people, graphics is also a big thing, where they would just like a game that they're playing to look really nice, to be aesthetically pleasing. And unfortunately, Roblox isn't one of those games. Now, I've seen games on Roblox that are really, really nice, that really do look great, where I really couldn't believe that it was Roblox. And I feel like Roblox should be marketing towards those types of games a lot more, but unfortunately, kids don't really find those types of games that has actual story, actual depth to it. I feel like they don't really find them that enticing or that interesting yet. They just want something that they can play really quickly and just get a quick gist of it and go. But that is going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could, please like it. Let me know if you want more. Also, make sure to comment down below what are your thoughts and what are a couple signs that you think why Roblox may be ending soon. Also, make sure to subscribe, and if you have subscribed, make sure to comment down below that you have subscribed. That way you will be entered into the monthly shout out giveaway, where we shout out one lucky person at the end of each month. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.